This is Fox 8 News at noon.
Firefighters are the ones who come to our rescue when flames erupt, and that keeps them late at their firehouses, which means someone is usually in charge, cooking on those late work shifts. So this month we're focusing on some of those firefighters with great cooking skills, and St. Bernard firefighter Captain Michael Moolekamp is here with us today. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Which engine are you with?
I'm at engine 5.
So what area would you cover?
Chalmette Miro.
Okay, Charlotte Miro representing in the house. Okay, let's talk about your skills. How long have you been cooking?
Since I was a little tot. Used to pull up a chair next to my grandma and my mom and sit at the stove and watch them cook, and they'd teach me how.
And look at you now. Now, I know you're going to do meat pies, but you also do king cake. Check this out, guys. He made this king cake from scratch, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
From scratch. How long have you been doing this?
I've been making king cakes probably 15 years.
Is there a baby in here?
No.
Good. Let's talk about your meat pies. You've got some finished products there. You're cooking up some there.
Yes.
You know, they seem kind of hard to make. What's the key? Is it the meat? Like, what's your secret?
Probably the pastry is probably the hardest one, the hardest thing to do. The meat is pretty much just assembling a lot of seasonings and stuff together, but actually getting a pastry right and getting it to stay together, they tend to want to fall apart or break apart if you don't seal them right and things. So pastry is the main key. Okay.
St. Bernard firefighter, show me how you do this. You've got the pastry.
I use a little press.
Okay.
And it just makes life a little more easier than trying to roll it out with a
You rolled this out from
roller.
scratch. I mean, this is not something you picked up in a store.
Oh, no, ma'am. This is flour and eggs and all that other good stuff. And it's actually making the pastry, not necessarily.
Can I close this for you?
Sure.
Okay. So then you're going to just take the filling.
Some filling.
And what is it? Pork, venison, beef? Like, what do you got in there?
It's a little bit of everything.
You're not sharing your St. Bernard secrets.
I've used in the past venison because that's where I've hunt in Natchitoches, and there was always a lot of deer meat. And one of the things that I used was my deer meat. And
God, that'd be delicious.
Some of the other things that I use is pork. I use veal, the Italian type.
And I see you're rolling the ends, that Italian, like making pasta.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
then you've got your fryer here. How long do they stay in the fryer?
If they're not frozen, because you can make these in advance and stick them in the freezer.
Right.
And place them in a fryer, or you can bake them if you're a little more health conscious.
How long do they go in the fryers? Let me try one of these.
Depending on if they're frozen or not. If it's frozen, it's going to take a little longer. If it's not, then it's about 4 minutes, 5 minutes until they're done.
That's pretty quick, but you need a deep fryer to do it.
Yes. If you don't have a deep fryer, it takes forever to do it on a stove, or you can't control the temperature or things
So
like
while
that.
I'm trying this, tell me, what's your plan? You want to sell these? I mean, where are you going with this?
Yeah, I'm a member of the Knights of Columbus in St. Bernard Parish, and we host the Crawfish Fest every year in St. Bernard, and I'd like to get me a booth and see if I can either start selling these or some other.
Your filling is very tasty.
Yes, it should be.
I know you don't want to tell your secrets, but it's really good.
No,
so we can look for them to be sold somewhere?
Yes, possibly at the Crawfish Fest. And if there is anybody who would like the recipe, I do publish it. It's not a private recipe.
Okay.
They can contact me. I'll give you my email address, and if they want to email
that
you
would be
or
great.
I will get with them.
You've done a great job representing St. Bernard here, and I guess they can look forward to some meat pies when you head back to the firehouse. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And a king cake, too. Dawn's going to be right back with another look at your midday outlook.